Okay, I suggest we start anyway, and then we see how many people add during the workshop. Okay, so tonight we are going to work on coached consultation. So we're gonna have, let's say, at least three coached consultation. The first one, I will be the, let's say, the coach. So I need a philosopher and a client, and then we switch, and then other of you gonna be the coach and the philosopher and the client. So basically, the I will be the coach just in the first session. So let me ask you, who want to be the philosopher for the first session? Okay, safe, good. And who want to be the client, the safe client? Okay, so Jeff, right? Jeff. Okay, good. Let me share the Google Doc here in the chat because we are going to use it. You should see a link in the chat. If you click on it, you should be able not just to open it, but also to modify. Okay, so of course, Saif and Jeff are going to use the doc during the coach consultation, but as well, Alex, Peter, and Rosanna, please don't be passive during the coach consultation, but write everything you think is interesting, anything you notice, any comments, you can, uh, yeah, you write on the doc, you put your name, and then you write your comments. So at the end of the coach consultation, you're gonna share your observation with us. All right. Okay, I think you know already the coach consultation. I think no, maybe Rosanna doesn't know. Okay, okay. So Rosanna, basically the idea is that I will coach Safe during a consultation to Jeff. Coaching means that before to ask any question, Safe is supposed to discuss with me. Yeah. So we're gonna discuss about what he observes from Jeff, original question, and Jeff answers. And then he's going to propose three different questions, and then he's going to pick one, and he's going to ask a question to Jeff. But I think it's easier if you just see the process. In a way, it's more difficult to explain it than to look at it. Okay. Okay, Isabel he is here. I think we can start. Hello, Isabel. Do you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I hear
Okay,
you. Sorry for the
good.
delay. I couldn't enter. I didn't understand how to enter.
Don't worry, don't worry. I just sent the link of the Google Doc on the chat, and we are just going to start. So
Mm.
tonight, as I said before, we are going to work on coached consultation. So the first coached consultation is gonna be Safe as a philosopher and Jeff as a client, and I will coach Safe, and then we're gonna change and swap.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's say I think yeah, 20 minutes can be good. So say if you know the rules a bit, right? So don't
Yeah,
forget.
I do.
Yeah, good. So I will put the time, and you can start, and you can use the doc with Jeff. So go on, safe.
Okay. So I will start by asking Jeff a question to see if he has anything to discuss. So Jeff, do you have a question for me today?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. What's your question, Jeff?
my question is, what is the nature or essence of procrastination?
Okay.
Okay, so Saif, before to start to think some questions we could ask to Jeff. Do you notice something? There is something interesting that strikes you from the question, or no?
You're talking to me or to Jeff, Andrea?
To you, Saif.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, first, the question is abstract and philosophical.
Okay, abstract. And why you say abstract? What does it tell you that is abstract?
Okay, because he's asking about the nature of procrastination, which is quite abstract. It's not concrete. You can't touch it.
Okay. But do you have any hypothesis to explain why Jeff is asking for to know something more about the nature and the essence of a procrastination?
Why he's asking? I don't know why he's asking about it.
Okay, in general, why do you think people could ask about the nature of some phenomenon in general?
Hmm. Well, okay, so he might be asking about it because he's curious. He might be looking to resolve the issue,
Okay, okay. So
an issue he has.
there is a chance that he has a problem with procrastination and he want to solve it by try to understand what is the nature of it.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I'm inclined to say that Jeff tends to engage in um, like armchair philosophy,
By
which
what?
is um, um, he tends to engage in armchair philosophy, where
What is it?
it's
Ancelotti?
it's philosophizing while sitting on an armchair. So basically, just pet theories, ideas, imagination going on, things like that.
Uh,
That's my hypothesis.
yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one that I have a misconnection when you speak. Does the rest
Okay.
of the group hear well? Safe? Okay, so let me ask because I may have a problem with your connection.
Okay.
Alex, can you rephrase what Saif just said, please?
Yeah.
That Jeff might have a problem procrastinating.
Yeah.
Is that safe?
That's in a very condensed form. He
Cons-
does he has a problem procrastinating by thinking too much in abstract ways.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, now I understand. Okay, so it
Yeah.
was missing something, Alex, in your explanation. Yeah.
S- Sorry?
No, no, your explanation was right, but there was missing something.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Saif, you are saying that in a way, in the question, you can already see the answer of, let's say, the nature of his problem. Yeah.
Yes. Then I would say um it's not um grounded. That's one way I can think of putting it. It's not grounded in practical things.
Okay. But there is maybe you answered, but I forgot. What does it tell you that the question is abstract here?
It tells me like um I didn't talk about this, but it raises an idea that I have that perhaps Jeff, because he's thinking in an abstract way about the idea about procrastination, he's avoiding confronting real issues, tangible issues in his life.
Okay, but there is a principle in the philosophical
Mhm.
practice that you can hypothesize, you can create your own hypothesis, and it's fine. But the hypothesis should be grounded in some objective sign. For in this case, in the question. So can you indicate the word or the part of the question that for you is suggesting that Jeff is abstract? And the way he thinks is abstract or no?
Okay, so the way he thinks is abstract because he's saying essence of procrastination. The word essence suggests like an abstraction. So it's like as abstract as you can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better. So now you
Yeah.
provide something real. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So you connect essence, the idea of essence of something with abstract thinking. Yeah.
Mm. Yes,
So in a way, if I ask you, how can I solve this problem? I'm more practical. But if I ask you, can you tell me the essence of something? I'm more abstract, right?
correct.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
you
So
see?
can I just rephrase what you said in
All right.
order to check if I understand it?
Okay, go
Like
on.
because like Jeff is using essence as in the word essence, it shows that he's abstract. When if he asks about an activity, it shows that he's interested in practical stuff.
Okay, but procrastination is an activity or no?
Procrastination, it's an absence of activity, no?
Okay, you don't do and you postpone, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So in this case, the word essence is a sign of abstract thinking. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, but you said already that we can think that he has a problem with this topic. Yeah. Right.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
You can say that. It's a
Okay.
probability.
And just can you, in a short way, to say what could be the problem with
The
procrastination?
the problem, uh, what do you mean? I didn't understand the question.
What um, wh- what can explain the problem of procrastination that Jeff is presenting in a hiding way here? Because he doesn't say I have a problem with this, but he's asking in an abstract way about the essence.
Okay, so I think like uh, it's the evidence that there is a problem is that Jeff does not ask about the essence of other things. I imagine
Okay.
that can be more interesting than procrastination.
Okay, your idea is that he could have asked any question about any topic, but he just choose
Yes.
procrastination. So it
Yeah.
must be relevant for him and probably is problematic.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, good. Do you notice something different, interesting, or no?
Hmm. Okay, I don't want to over-interpret,
Okay, so
so
don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Okay, let's go back to the question.
Don't think
Hmm.
too much. If you just look at the question, do you notice something? The first thing.
Uh, I don't notice anything in particular.
Okay, let me propose to you.
Hmm.
Did you notice that is proposing two different words to speak about the same. It's
Yes.
proposing nature and essence. Don't you
Correct.
think it's interesting?
Um, he, I think like he equates nature and essence as the same.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But don't you think it's interesting that he proposing two, let's say, synonymous instead
Okay.
of two proposing just one idea?
Um, I can deduce like anything concrete from that.
Okay, but now
Can
you are already running forward. Do you think is an interesting phenomenon or no? Even if you don't know why he is doing that.
okay. Um,
Or it's
uh,
normal. For you, it's normal to ask such a question.
it's vaguely interesting. Vaguely.
Vaguely. What does it mean vaguely? So it's not easy interesting.
It's rather not interesting, yeah.
Okay. I was imagining Romeo going to Juliet and proposing, do you think it's interesting if we're gonna do a trip together? Yeah, it's vaguely interesting. It doesn't sound very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me propose to you that I think it's interesting because in a way he could reveal a problem of choosing. Do you see why I propose you that or no?
Yes.
Can you explain?
So he put two words in order because he can't choose between both.
Okay, exactly. So
Yes.
he couldn't decide, and he proposed both, basically.
Yes.
Okay, you see? So it was interesting, not just vaguely interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it could show something about him.
And just for fun, can you make a link now? I know Jeff is listening, but then we are coming to you, Jeff. Don't worry. Can you make a link between the problem of choosing and procrastination?
Yes, there is a link.
Can you say?
Okay, so the link is or like to do or not do an activity is a choice. And if you have a problem in choosing this activity or doing it or not doing it, then you have it's a general issue, a choice issue.
Okay,
So,
so in a
yeah.
way, when someone has a problem to choose, could have a problem of making something, and he could postpone what he is meant to do.
Yes,
So the procrastination could be a consequence of not be able to choose.
yes,
Okay, you see how many things we can get, I'm sure that if we gonna continue, we're gonna see much more. But now I suggest we stop with the analysis of the question, and
Mhm.
but it's important before to ask the question, have a little contemplation, let's say, of the question. Sometimes
Yes.
we questioning we go too fast and we lose a lot of stuff. Okay. But now, okay, let's do something concrete. So propose a question you think it could be interesting for Jeff in order to think.
Okay. So I'm thinking of one strategy of um, taking it from abstract to more concrete.
Okay.
So, okay. So, okay. So, can you give an example of, okay, let's make it even more specific, like saying, what is the most important thing you procrastinate in? So,
Okay. But you see here,
mm,
you in a way you are taking for granted what we said, but okay, Jeff
yeah,
listened, so he's aware maybe. But
Okay.
I suggest you don't run too fast and check with him first if he has actually a problem with procrastination.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I tend to do that. So I would ask then, do you have a problem with procrastination?
Okay, nice question. Can you
Yeah.
write it down, please?
Yes. Okay.
So you told me before that you tend to run a bit in the questioning, right?
Yes, I jump like multiple steps.
Okay, and you know why you do that or no?
I imagine it's over interpretation or like it's okay, maybe it's not, but I would say that like I jump because I think too much and I make hypotheses and so on, and then um um and I lack social skills, so I blurt out the thing I'm thinking about.
Okay, but you know what the risk when you jump or what the problem in the philosophical dialogue or no?
The problem is that the client might feel accused, maybe. Like I
Yeah.
like where did you get that from?
Yeah, exactly. In a way,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. And also you may lose the other one because you go far you go farther by yourself, but you leave the other
Yeah.
person behind. Yeah. So
Yes.
in a way, it means that you are more with yourself than with the other when you jump.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget, be
Yeah.
careful not to lose the other because it's a dialogue. Yeah, it's not that you need to guess what's the problem, but it's a dialogue where the client is in the center in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I like
Okay.
this idea.
Okay, good. You have a second question?
Yes. Let's see. Um, I can, for instance, okay, let's see. Okay, I tend to have this idea that um, there is like uh, like he has a self-image of like a grand self-image, so to speak. Like like he thinks he is very smart, maybe, for instance,
And where,
because
sorry, where did you get that from?
get that from because so when you ask what is the nature of procrastination, instead of dealing with the issue that you have, it tends to suggest that, well, that you have like a self-image of yourself, like like I for instance, if for instance in my daily life I don't um, do my homework, I wouldn't think about what is the nature of procrastination. I would be more tangible because there's something to it. I need to put attention there. Uh, you know,
Yes, but
so
that something like that can suggest that he's more intellectual than practical, right?
yeah, yeah.
But you are saying something more now that he is, you were proposing the idea that he thinks to be what? Could you say again?
Okay, so if he's intellectual only, he would think in he would he would think about the specific problem that he has, but because there is because he's trying to solve the procrastination issue, like for humanity maybe, for everyone.
Okay.
So
Your idea is what?
my idea is that he tends um, 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 to have a strong self-image about his
Okay, let me propose that maybe you're right, but
okay.
if you are gonna ask us a question like that straight away,
He
you
will beat me.
you could scare the client a bit, you know?
Yeah.
So can you play a bit softer?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I will maybe perhaps the question would be um
Play easy, go easy.
okay. Okay. Um so do you think for okay, what might be useful in knowing the nature of procrastination?
Okay, nice.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can write it down.
Okay.
And then since let me propose a third one, very easy. Can you
Yeah.
answer your own question by yourself?
Okay.
It's a way to check if he has an answer already or no. Yeah.
Do you have an
Do,
answer for your
yeah.
question? Yeah.
Do you have an answer to your question?
Okay.
Okay, good. So time to pick one. It's
Okay.
your choice.
Okay. So I will pick the first one.
All right. So, okay, you can ask the question back to Jeff.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So Jeff, do you have a problem with procrastination?
Yes. Do the thing that irrationality should do.
Okay, Jeff, please, could you write it down your answer in the doc?
Okay.
Okay, safe.
Yeah.
You seem a bit puzzled.
I am puzzled.
Why?
Uh, um, I'm puzzled because now I see um, I see myself in this answer, like do the things that I rationally should do because I don't act rationally so I see I resonate with Jeff on this point.
I didn't understand. Can you repeat in a short way, safe?
Okay. In a short way, I'm puzzled because um, I see myself in Jeff somehow, and uh, I didn't see that before. So now it got me puzzled.
Okay, so you are identify yourself in Jeff, right?
Yes, yes, I
And
identify with the issue. Yes, I identify with the issue he has,
which is the issue?
which is uh, that Jeff has problem doing um, acting in a rational way, basically.
So he has a problem to act rationally.
Correct.
And why you say that?
Because he says, do you have a problem with procrastination? He said, yes, doing the things that I rationally should do.
Yeah, but you see that the problem is doing what he rationally thinks he should do.
Mm.
You're mixing here the rational.
Okay, can you elaborate? Because I don't understand.
Okay, he wrote, do the things that I rationally should do. So his problem is actually
Mhm.
doing the things that he thinks he should do.
Okay.
Do you still identify in him, or is different problem that you have? So basically, he thinks what he should do, but he has problem to do what he thinks he should.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so you are puzzled because you don't know what to do since you have the same problem and you don't know how to solve it.
Mm, I'm puzzled because I didn't get to the part of solving it, but I'm puzzled, like, I see, like, because we have the same problem, and I didn't think that we are that like, from the initial question, I saw that there is some distance between me and Jeff in in like some distance, like, he's like, he thinks in abstract way and I don't, but then I see a similarity, and that made me puzzled.
Okay. But you see, when you go too far, then you puzzle yourself. I mean, you surprise yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that this is another problem when you run too fast. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway,
And
yeah, you want to add?
no, I just wanted to add that I don't like surprises, and that's what's problematic, is that I tend to go too far and then I'm surprised, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you surprise yourself, basically.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now you have any question you would like to ask again to Jeff, sorry.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
we
had a
can.
confirmation basically, yeah? You had a confirmation that he has a problem with procrastination.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So my question would be is, can you give an example? That would be a question to ask. Give an example of something you procrastinate, or what is the most important thing you procrastinate in?
Okay, not bad. So in a way, you are pushing him to go more in the concrete level. Okay, nice one, nice one.
Direction. Yes. Should I write it?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, okay.
Okay. By the way, just to analyze a bit also this answer, do you notice something interesting from the answer he gave?
What was your question? There was a
Did you,
connection issue.
did you get something new about him from the answer he gave?
Okay, so Jeff has an ideal he wants to act in a more rational way. That's something he wants to do, to go in the direction of.
Okay, but at the same time, he's not able to reach that ideal, right?
Correct, yes.
So it's kind of split.
Split, yeah.
There are two Jeff,
Two Jeff.
the ideal Jeff and the concrete one. But yeah, and
Yeah.
let me propose that in the answer, I think. Tell me if you see it again, or also. In the answer is visible the impotence of Jeff. Do you see the impotence in the answer or no?
Correct, yeah, yeah. I see it in actually in the initial and this one.
Can you explain?
Okay, so like I see it here because doing the things that I rationally should do, so there is an impotence that Jeff cannot bring himself to do the things
Okay.
he needs to do. So there's impotence there.
Okay, so he would
Yes.
like to do something, but he's not able to do it. So he's basically
Yes.
he's impotent in that case, yes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like helpless in the face of himself, so to speak.
Okay, maybe that could be a path to follow, maybe to try to push him to be more aware about this impotence and but it's just a
Yeah.
direction. You can follow different directions. So now, do you have another question to ask?
Okay, one moment. Okay, so I can ask, I thought of one more thing,
Okay.
that you know, like there is like he's asking too much of himself.
He's asking too much.
Of himself. He expects too much because like because you're a human, you can act in an irrational way, but to want to be rational all the time, it's asking too much, I think.
Okay,
It can be.
it can be, but you don't know if maybe it's possible, maybe it's probable. You don't know. So
Mhm.
don't jump and try to go in that direction, like step by step. What could you ask in order to show him that maybe there is this
Issue of
issue?
expectation.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I would say, for instance, um, um, do you have high expectations of yourself, or that there is jumping there?
Okay. Okay. No, no, it's not a big jump, let's say. So you can write it down. And let me propose you the third one
Mm-hmm.
is can you give me an example of something you rationally should do that you don't do it?
Okay. Yeah.
So in that case, if he provides an example, you are more able to see if actually there is this disconnection and high expectation in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you write it down? Yeah. You can formulate how you prefer. Okay. By the way, Safe, did you notice that you forgot the question mark twice in the first one? Yeah, and also before. Okay. You're so willing to jump in the future that you forget the question mark. Okay, so pick one question, Safe.
The second one.
All right, go on.
Okay. So, Jeff, do you tend to have high expectations of yourself?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what do you think about this answer? Think you were wrong in your hypothesis, or?
Okay. So, um, I want to maintain that he does have high expectations of himself
Okay.
because, yeah,
Yeah, but let me propose. I don't. Maybe you're right, but
yeah,
you see that still you're going a bit too fast, and if you go a bit too faster, probably you're gonna be rejected from the client. Yeah.
yes,
So
yeah,
if you go through, for example, the concrete example, then it's easier also for the client to see the high expectation if there is. Yeah.
yes, yeah. I wouldn't like pursue it now.
Okay. So let me propose you.
Even I don't know how to like
Let me
do
propose
it.
to you just
Yeah.
as an exception in this exercise. Can you pick one of the other two questions you
Correct.
fabricate, and then you can ask him?
Okay. Okay. Pick and one of the other two questions, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I picked the third one. Uh, uh, Jeff, can you give an example of something that you rationally want to do, but you don't do?
Okay. I should reading, writing, and revise my draft, but I didn't.
Okay. Write it down, please. Okay. So I suggest we analyze a bit the answer, and then we stop the exercise here and we open the discussion with the group, and also with Jeff if he wants to propose something. So, Saif, what do you get from this answer?
Well, so the answer is dice. Um, so he went straight to the point and mentioned an example. Uh, uh, so it worked. He's more concrete. And regarding expectations, now I'm seeing that, okay, there's more to investigate in this area. Like, because when you, like, regarding verifying whether he has high expectations of himself or not, um, when you check, okay, um, when you check, um, it's not obvious whether he has high expectations or not. But another thing, um, He has issue with self-acceptance, maybe.
Why you say that?
I say that because, okay, maybe I'm over-interpreting.
I have the
Yeah, I'm
impression
over-interpreting
you
because he says, but I didn't.
do. Let me ask you, Saif. Do you like guessing?
Yeah, I love guessing. Yeah.
Yes, visible.
Yeah.
But here is not a poker game or like is more granted in what we see here. Yeah. So I suggest you to stay more in what is in front of you, and then you can make hypothesis. Yeah.
Okay, this is, yeah, so by that you mean to stick to the text more
Yes. Stick
and
more. Yeah. Otherwise,
and
you tend to produce more overinterpretation often than yeah interpretation that.
okay, okay, yeah.
So after this kind of half an hour of discussion, what do you think is the main problem of Jeff?
Um, so if I would lead, like if I would move forward with this discussion, I would go with the impotence thing, the issue of impotence.
Okay, the impotence. Yeah.
The impotence, there's like it's, yeah, like reoccurring across the different answers.
Okay. Let me propose that from what we saw, it seems visible that Jeff has a problem because he split in two parts. One is the should part. You notice that he used should twice.
Mhm.
Should do, should reading, writing. Yeah. So what the duty basically, yeah, on
Mhm.
one side, and on the other side, I guess there is what he would like to do, which is not what he should do. Yeah. So in a way, he's
Mhm.
split, and maybe that explains why he has a problem with procrastination because he don't she doesn't like what he should like what he should do. So maybe he has a problem with his own job. I don't know. I don't even know what he does in life, but it
Mhm.
seems there is this. I don't see here high expectation. I see more that he doesn't like what he does, so he tried to avoid it as much as possible. And procrastination is a strategy in order to avoid it. Yeah, but of course, that can create problem in his life.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
safe. I suggest we stop here. How do you think it went this exercise? Did you enjoy?
I did. I think it was my first coached consultation as a philosopher.
Okay.
Uh, it was good. I learned a lot. I saw like my and how I overinterpret and guess and all that kind of thing. And that was good to see. Yeah.
Okay. So in a way, so you knew already your tendency to go too fast by yourself on
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah. And you see, guessing is fine, but you see that if you guess like that and you lose the other and you lose the objective part of the objective elements of the dialogue, you may have problem in the philosophical consultation. So be aware that guessing is not an absolute bad, but it may have problem in this job. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and it's not a guessing game. I like guessing too, by the way. I understand, but here is more about thinking than guessing. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Like when you put the name to it, like when you like conceptualize guessing
Yeah.
as an activity, it became clear because it wasn't like clear. I thought it was just like being
Yeah, yeah,
like being normal.
But just to finish, do you see the difference between thinking and guessing? The main difference?
Yeah,
Can you say it?
yeah. Uh, Thinking is more structured and uh, less, and guessing is more like you're like it's guessing. Like there's like the result of the thinking is 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 really like what you want, but thinking is like about the process.
Okay. Let me propose you that in a way, guessing is more intuitive, while thinking is more reflexive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, intuition
Okay.
has a part in thinking as well, but there is a different distinction between, let's say, educated intuition and not educated intuition. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So in a way, from what we saw, I would tend to think that you have a more intuitive dimension as as a thinker. You are very intuitive, but you lack a bit in reflexive thinking. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
reflexive is more slow. Yeah, is one element, and then
Uh-huh.
you add another one, and then just at the end you reach the conclusion, but you go straight for the conclusion in an intuitive way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't have anything against the intuitive thinking. I am intuitive as well, but you need to train your intuition. Otherwise, it's just you say the first thing you feel, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And
Well,
let's check with Jeff if he has any comments, and then we open the discussion with the rest of the group. Jeff, you have something to say?
Yeah, as a client, I want keep the discussion at a abstract degree. I don't want to be in a concrete context.
You don't want to be what? I didn't understand.
I don't want to be discuss a concrete example.
okay. No.
You don't want to discuss concrete example.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, that's why if I'm client, if I need a philosophical consulting help, I think my issue will be abstract, not a concrete. Because if it's concrete, maybe I can search for the psychological counselor or my friend to solve my problem.
Okay, if I understood correctly, you think that the concrete problems are meant to be they face just on a psychological expert, an abstract problem with philosopher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more suitable.
Okay. But you don't think there is a link between abstract problem and concrete problems, or no?
Yeah, it's linked, but if I want to discuss something is abstract, I would prefer to philosopher. But if it's about my emotion or concrete example, what should I do? And give a guide or order, I will find maybe the psychologist.
Ah, okay. So you are saying that in order to explain why you pick this question for safe, that was more
Yes,
abstract because you think the contest is more appropriate here to ask a abstract question, right?
yes, yeah.
Okay, but did something resonate to you from the discussion that I have with Safe during the exercise and the process?
Yes, I'm like maybe like a first presupposition about difficult to choice. Uh, because it represents in I have some difficult to choose the nature or the essence.
Ah, okay, and
Mhm.
you see this difficult of choosing in your life as well, in general, or no?
think maybe not a very strong link because it's just these two I think will be confused, and it seems can infer to the same concept.
Okay.
I don't know which one is more precise.
Okay. So you were afraid to make a mistake. You wanted to be really precise, and you proposed both adjective. Yeah.
Yes.
So you are very picky and anal guy. Yes.
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay. That maybe can you link this to the procrastination problem just for fun, Jeff?
Yeah, maybe suppose because I tend to be precise, so I procrastinate to reading, writing, or revise my draft.
Yeah. It makes sense. You see, you are perfectionist basically, and you're so perfectionist that you put a lot of pressure on yourself when you have to do something, and your way to, I mean, get away from that pressure is to procrastinate what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Interesting. Thank you. Okay. Now it's open for, let's say, meta level discussion with the other ones, the observers. I hope you observe and you have some ideas to propose to us. Okay, Peter?
For me, the most striking word in the initial question was the essence or nature. I wouldn't have gone to this procrastination because you come into a deep discussion of what procrastination is concerning, and I think for me it's more of Jeff. The more of Jeff is in the nature and the essence. And I would have asked him, why do you think that the nature essence helps you towards this problem? And then it could have been the consequence that he thinks about it and comes to the conclusion that to know how a problem emerges or
Okay. Maybe you would have reached a conclusion before than us, but I think Jeff just reached a nice conclusion that in a way the nature of the essence of procrastination could be perfectionism.
yes, it's the answer in the question included. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly, because he couldn't choose between the two stuff, and because he's very picky and perfectionist.
Perfectionist.
Okay. Yeah.
And and I had a problem with his first answer. Do the things that I rationally should do is for me it's not an answer because I have to reinterpret his answer, but actually it's I in the first sight I didn't understand his answer. It must have he must have said, I don't do the things that I rationally should do. But
let me add, first to say I don't, you should have said yes or no. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And how do you interpret that he didn't propose a yes or no before the answer?
That he doesn't like to reveal himself.
Okay.
The whole phenomenon of Jeff for me is a kind of not reveal too much.
Yes.
And as you said, it's also the question if he likes his job or not should be not a topic.
Say again the last sentence.
This topic shouldn't avoid it.
Okay.
Should be avoided.
So he tend to hide.
Yeah.
He's a perfectionist hider.
Yes.
And by the way, do you see a link between hiding and perfection?
Yes, because then with perfectionist, you never have to reveal yourself. You can always hide behind more information, more exact information, more details, more scrutiny. And,
Yeah. In a way, when you want to be perfect, you don't want to reveal yourself. You want to
Yeah.
hide yourself. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
perfection. Yeah. Nice.
And yeah.
I think you're right. Yes. Let's check with Jeff. Jeff, is right? Is true that you tend to hide through perfection?
Um, yeah.
Okay, nice, Peter. Nice one. Yeah. Good. Okay, I see virtual hands. So let's go with Rosanna, and then we go to Isabella.
I think there is a link. There is a link between perfectionism and self-fear. Nascondersi.
Hiding.
Hiding, sorry.
Okay.
Hiding. Also, because there is a fear of judgment. A fear of judgment. If I want the perfectionism, I won't be perfect. If I am not perfect, I am afraid of judgment.
Yeah.
My judgment in
First.
before and after the judgment of other people.
Okay, I think it's a nice idea. Let's check with Jeff. Jeff, is true that you fear to be judged?
Yes.
And can you say, just for fun, which is the worst judgment you could receive from a person?
Unclear.
What?
Unclear.
What does it mean?
My professor gave the comment. This session is unclear.
Can you write it down? Because I don't know the word. Unclear.
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 Yeah.
And why unclear is so bad?
Because in our tradition, analytic philosophy, we pursue clear. So if the professor give the comment is unclear, it means that you are very bad, and maybe you should read. You are doing very bad.
Okay, but you should tell him that it's normal that a guy that want to hide through the perfection is not clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good, Rosanna. I think yeah, you're right. And Isabella?
I found it interesting that Jeff, on the one hand, he says that if he would be more concrete, then he could go to a psychologist if he wants his problem solved, right? But then on the other hand, he poses a question which contains also something very concrete. The procrastination. He could have chosen something else, like what is the essence of truth, or I don't know what. But procrastination, it's something that is it has such a practical dimension that I find this nearly contradictory.
Okay, so you see a contradiction between his said, yeah. And now, how do you explain this contradiction?
Well, that probably also again through the hiding, right? On the one hand, there is something I would assume that Jeff has problems with, but he doesn't want to show.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So in a way, if it's true what you're saying, the Jeff conception of abstract is uh, hiding the concrete through the abstract. So,
Yes.
so maybe that's why his teacher says to him that is not clear. Because
Yes.
for him, abstract is hiding something. Jeff, it's true that you think that abstract is a way to hiding the concrete problems.
Uh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Mhm.
How do you can you tell us your conception of abstract? What is
My
abstract
concept.
for you?
Um,
What is the nature and essence of abstract for you?
okay. I think it's to find a concept and the necessary and sufficient condition of a concept, such like know or knowledge can be separate into three parts like truth, belief, and justification. So I want to analytic this concept about procrastination.
Okay, so for you, the essence of abstract is analyzing the concept, which is it means
Yes.
dividing the concept.
Yes. I want to divide it.
Okay, but would you say that you're more abstract or a concrete guy?
I think it's abstract.
Abstract. Okay, so you have more difficulty to be concrete.
Mm, difficult to concrete. No, I don't think so. No,
Okay, but you see a problem here or no?
no.
No. So you think you're more abstract, but you don't have problem to be concrete.
Oh, too abstract. Uh-huh. Yep, I mean, yes, I can concrete and abstract, but I prefer to abstract.
Okay, so for you, abstract is more natural than concrete.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you need to make an effort to be more concrete.
Yeah.
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 Why you smile? Why you smiling?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that why I don't give a concrete contest.
Okay, but okay. But so okay, so for you, abstract is natural, and to be concrete is not. So for you, it's more difficult to be concrete.
Mm, it's not difficult. It's just boring.
Okay, are you trying to hiding something here? Jeff, do you remember what was your question about? Is
Yeah.
that you have more difficult to do stuff. You rationally think that you should do something, but then in concrete you have hard to do it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so do you agree that is visible that you have more problem with the concrete stuff to be concrete, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Okay, agree.
So I don't think it's a big issue, but why you are trying to run away from this idea? What's wrong with
Mhm.
this idea? Why do you don't like the idea that you have a problem to be concrete?
Because if doing concrete, it it just have a two simple option. One is don't do it, and another one is just do it.
And the third
So
one?
no third one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's wrong if you have just two options?
Because I can't figure out why I want to do it, but another me, I don't want to do it.
Okay, that's your problem with to be concrete. You see that
Mhm.
you want to figure out other stuff instead of acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you tend to think too much, but you have a problem in acting, more problem in acting concretely.
Mm. Yeah.
You never notice? No? Maybe that explains even better your problem with procrastination. You think too much. You should.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. Can you explain why or no?
Because according to my professor, he will say because you didn't think very well, very clear, so you do a lot, so your writing is unclear.
Okay, I would tend to agree to you, Professor. Bye, Rosanna. I would tend to agree with you, Professor.
I have to go. I have to leave.
Ciao, Rosanna. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
And Jeff, yes, I agree with you, Professor. Usually, when a person thinks too much, it doesn't think well. Do you like this idea?
Okay, say again.
When someone tends to think too much, doesn't think well.
Doesn't think well. Yeah, they have a correlation.
Yeah, okay. So I think he's right. Yeah. But at the same time, you have a problem to be concrete because you tend to think too much. And probably you think too much because you tend to overthinking. And usually overthinking is more about worrying than about thinking itself. So in a way, I would tend to say that you tend to worry too much.
Yeah. Yes.
When you worry too much, you don't act. So you are stuck in your impotence, basically. Yeah. Make sense or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I think that explains a bit your problem with procrastination, by the way. Okay. And other comments? Alex, you want to say something?
Well, I agree with the comments of Peter mostly. So, especially the answer of Jeff, do the things that I rationally should do, which we concluded isn't an answer really, right? And so I have been wondering why we skipped that so easily, because normally we go into every detail, and now we just skipped it, so we had to interpret it ourselves. While there was no need to, we could have just asked Jeff to write a decent answer. Why didn't we do that?
Okay, you have an hypothesis to explain why we didn't do it?
I think we were hasty, maybe.
Okay. Okay, safe. We don't have a fun here. Okay, Alex,
But I'm not sure.
I think because I was going too fast and like way too fast, and Andrea was like putting the brakes on me, but I was like maybe going way too fast. So that kind of interrupted the process Alex was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, Alex, I agree with you, and I think that exactly one of the problem when someone tend to go too fast, because he want to jump or he want to reach a straight conclusion through an intuition, he may lose a lot of things, even like easy things in front of him, because he's more in, let's say, he's not there anymore. He's in another place. He's in the future. He's somewhere else. Yeah. So when you go too fast or you are more with yourself, you tend to lose information, like you notice. So I agree with that, and I think that the explanation. Yes.
And I also, but this is on a personal note, I was irritated at some points during the session, which is very interesting, because, and it's the same irritation as last year, which is even more interesting, because my criticism is always that we are in the practice very good at over interpretation. we make a lot of stories. For example, we have made a whole story about someone who cannot choose, thus procrastinate, only to find out that it was not choosing, but it was perfectionism, right? And then we changed very fast our interpretation. Also perfectionism has a link to procrastination. You
Okay.
see?
Yeah, but
And
let me. Can I ask you something, Ale? Do you see a link between the difficulty of choosing and perfectionism or no?
there is always a link. Well, in every
Yeah,
whenever,
but yeah, I
whenever,
agree. But do you see a strong link or no?
yes, of course.
Which is?
What we just said. So, I mean, I agree with that, but that's not the point. My irritation arises when I notice that you can make links wherever you want. And we pretend to be rational about it, but I think we are often very intuitive about it.
Okay, and okay, let's say that I agree with you, but why you are irritated?
I would love to know that.
Okay, so let me suggest that you could be the client for the next quick session, and you could ask this question. Okay, and as a general comment, let me add you something that I agree with you, and Plato said the same. In a way, Plato said that we could link any ideas to any other ideas. Yeah, just for the fact that they are ideas, they can be linked. Okay. But
I don't know what.
at the same time, Plato said and wrote that we could divide all the ideas, and we could find any difference in any ideas, even in synonymous like nature and essence. We could find a difference. Yeah. So here the problem is to create link. Okay, it is not a problem to create link, but to create link based on something which is with probable. So the problem is to distinguish the link which is just possible. That I would agree with you that any link could be just possible. Yeah, but not every link is probable.
I know, I know, I know.
Yeah. So the problem here, I know it's not easy. Sometimes we can make mistakes. Yes, I agree with you. But the thing is that to create a probable link between ideas. And I think that the problem of choosing is there is a probable link with procrastination, and there is a probable link with also with perfectionism. So as long as is probable, I don't think there is problem. Yeah, the problem is that it's just possible, like with some link that Safe was throwing because it was going too fast. Yeah, but let's. I'm interested in your irritation, Alex. So let me propose. You are the client who want to deal with this problem of Alex. It sounds a bit psychological, but let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, it is very much so.
So let me propose one between Peter and Isabella.
Sorry, I was already going to the. Did you ask me a question, Andrea?
No, I was asking who want to do the philosopher for you between Peter and Isabella.
Isabella.
Ah, you choose. Okay.
Oh, no,
Isabella, Isabella, you're gonna be the philosopher, and I suggest Peter, since he is a coach in life as well, if I remember correctly, he's going to be a coach of Isabella. Okay,
Good.
since we have less time, I suggest you don't produce three different questions. You just produce one question. You discuss a bit with Peter, Isabella, and then you go on. So I think in 15 minutes should be enough. I took longer before, yeah, but let's stay in the 15 minutes now. So Isabella, you can start with Alex, and Peter, you're gonna be the coach.
Okay, Alex, can you form a question
Yes, I shall write it
based on
down.
what you just said?
Maybe start with what irritates me about the practice, to make it a general question. Is that okay?
Okay.
Isabella, what does Alex say us with this question about him?
Well, that he has an issue with the practice. But it doesn't say why he has an issue with the practice. So I would ask him whether he already has an idea what irritates him.
Yeah, yeah. The issue is the irritation. You agree?
Yes.
What's a most striking word for you in this question?
The irritation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and let's go for it.
So
one question.
You.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Specific, good. Good question.
Okay. Alex, do you already have an idea what irritates you about the practice?
Yes. Vaguely. It is about the ability in the practice to turn anyone into anything by asking the right questions.
Okay. Can you write down, please, your
Yeah.
answer?
Sure.
What would you say, Isabella? Is it the most striking expression or word in Alex's question? or do you see a parallel between the first sentence and the second sentence?
You mean the yes vaguely and the
Yes.
rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest is vaguely. It's vague, and it's and it's quite long.
Mm-hmm. Can you see
not
a parallel between content and form?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is a long and obviously not very clear answer.
Could you turn this, pose a question that deals with this? Content and form?
Mm.
What does irritate Alex? To come back again to the initial question, and what does he tell us in his last answer about his irritation?
I think it's the ability to do anything with anyone with certain questions.
Is this answer very clear?
No,
No.
no, that's what I said. It's not very clear.
That shows us that Alex in his answer is not very clear. That
Yes.
irritates him. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. But what does he? Whom does he accuse that he is irritated?
Well, he accuses the practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see a contradiction here?
No.
Yes, he accuses the practice to be not clear, to mix, to turn in everyone with everything. But on the same time, he in his expression, in his answer, is not very clear either.
Yes. But that's also something he already stated, that he only vaguely knows what irritates him.
Yeah. Does this say something about Alex? How does he deal or come to? Does he tackle unclear situations?
Mm.
How does he react?
Mm. You mean he reacts by accusing? Is it that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accusing and
And being unclear.
yeah, and
And
what he asks us in the initial question.
And by irritation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his logic to tackle such situations that are not clear to him.
So I'm just wondering whether I could ask him to answer it more succinct, give a more succinct answer.
What is succinct?
Well, a shorter, clearer answer. But
do you expect more clarity?
No, actually not. I think it will be difficult because that's what he says, that it's vague for him.
Yeah. I think you would receive another vague answer. How could you address his reaction, his logic to react? In a question. As we said, it's an unclear situation. He reacts with irritation. And with, you said it before, with a kind of an accusing. What did you say? I didn't remember exactly.
Well, it's an accusing way. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't seem to like this our way of addressing Alex's way to tackle such situations.
I can't really come up with a good question.
Try, give it a try. Any question is good.
What do you think your answer tells about you? Or the way you answer? But that's a very blunt and direct thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say to a question? Do you normally react accusing when you are irritated? Or do you normally let's wait, this is too aggressive.
I think so too. Yeah.
Do you react in a vague manner if you're irritated?
In a way? In a vague. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that could work. Okay, I'll write it down. Mm.
Okay.
Do you normally?
Uh,
Oh, no,
I
let's go
feel,
with the, let's go
yes.
with that. Okay. Okay, Alex, do you tend to react in a vague manner when you are irritated?
No. Only when I want to know the source of the irritation in me.
Okay.
If I know why, if I know what causes the irritation, I can be very clear. But
Mhm.
I'm looking for what is it inside of me that is touched here.
Okay, can you write it down, please?
All of it?
Can you shorten it?
I try
Can
not
you
to be
can you
vague.
bring it into one sentence?
Okay, I don't like to ruin the party, but I I think that the Alex answer is really interesting. So maybe we could start thinking together as a group and already going in the meta levels. Let's start from Isabella. Isabella, what do you do from what do you take from this answer from Alex?
From the last one, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Um,
What's the problem for
um,
him?
for him, the problem is that he does not know the source of irritation.
Okay, when he doesn't know, he has a problem. Yeah.
Yes. And when he wants to know it. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you see a link with the practice in general, the practice or no?
Um, what do you mean?
Let's be more precise. Do you see a link between not knowing and thinking?
Yes.
Can you
Uh-huh.
say?
Yeah. Not knowing invites thinking or could
How it
invite
works?
thinking.
Yes, but how it works?
Yeah, it could invite thinking. Yeah. So if we don't know something and we want to know it, then we may start to think about it and
Exactly.
try to find an answer.
And in a way, is the difference between knowledge and thinking. Knowledge is what you know already.
Yeah.
Thinking is more a process that can start from what you don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, not knowing is the source of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the idea of Socrates. I know I don't know because that's the starting
Mm-hmm.
point. If you think you
Mm-hmm.
know, you don't start thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just thought that also maybe the irritation itself um, could function as a motor to start thinking.
Yeah. It can. But do you think it's the case for Alex?
No, I'm not quite sure. I don't think so right now. but
Okay.
it could be.
Could be. Okay. And in general, did you do you enjoy the exercise as a philosopher, guided by Peter?
Um, and no, I didn't enjoy it.
What was wrong?
But it was interesting because I found
Are you
again
irritated
that
as well?
I got irritated.
Oh, so many people irritated tonight. What's wrong?
Yeah.
But tell me, why did you were irritated?
Because I thought I should come up with a good answer, but or question, and I couldn't.
Okay. So you wanted not just questions, but good questions.
Yeah, well, like we said also before, I mean, if we jump too much or come to conclusions, then we may lose someone in the consultation.
Yeah. But let me propose
Yeah.
you this idea that when someone is too worried about asking good question or about doing good something, that's usually the cause why he has problem to do good something or to ask good
Yeah.
question.
Mm-hmm.
You see the
Yeah.
link? Yeah. So you put
Yeah, there's a link.
pressure
Yeah.
on
Mm-hmm.
yourself if you want to
Mm.
make good questions.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Mm-hmm.
Peter suggested at one point, just ask questions. I know that can create a problem to Alex since he's linked with his problem, yeah. But is also a way to reduce the pressure. Just asking questions, yeah.
Mm.
It's like mothers that want to be good mothers. They usually are. They usually are not basically. Okay, so you are irritated by yourself, but by your
Yes.
own expectations, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So next time, take it easier, yeah?
Yes.
Do you tend to take like not easy in your life, or I mean,
Yes.
you
I
are
don't take.
heavy. You're a bit heavy,
Yes.
yeah?
Yes, I'm a bit heavier.
Okay. You see, in the practice is very important to learn how to be lighter, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because usually the client is not light, and if we are also like heavy, usually the discussion it becomes even heavier. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Peter, I was doing the coach. Did you enjoy, or was you were irritated as well?
No, I enjoy it because four eyes and four ears hear more and see more. And I think maybe in some parts I was too pushy. Maybe I suggested too much. Like that's a vague idea. I have to review it afterwards, but it's only a feeling and I think a good intervention was when I addressed to Isabella what will be the effect if she asks Alex again. He should summarize or shorten his vague answer. That this wouldn't be a good idea because there is nothing new to expect.
Okay, but did you feel the irritation during the process, the Isabella irritation, or no?
Yes, I felt it, and yeah, this stress to formulate a good question, and not any question. I felt this stress, but I think we had these three topics in our field of decision: the attack, the irritation, and what was the third? yeah, to be vague.
Okay.
That's his mode to process irritation.
Yeah. Plus, it's difficult for a philosopher to help a client to know more about his irritation if the philosopher gets irritated as well.
Yeah. Yes, this was again the same parallel process what Safe has with Jeff.
Yes, yes, exactly, yes. In a way, the most difficult consultation is there are two types. When the other person is so different than you, is too much different, let's say, or when the client is too much similar to you. So you that's the two opposite difficult situation.
Yeah.
All right, but now I'm curious to know if we helped somehow Alex to understand something more about his irritation here.
Unfortunately not. But
No.
for the record, first of all, I'm really glad to be back in the practice. Huh? I kind of like this irritation, so that's okay. Then I don't agree with Isabel that this irritation was not linked to thinking. I mean, the irritation itself was the source of the question, right? No irritation, no question, no thinking. So it really
Yeah,
helped.
even if she said she doesn't know, maybe not, so she was not sure about it. Yeah, to defend Isabel a bit. Yes, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, go on.
Then I also liked the conversation between Peter and Isabel, the looking for the interpretation. And what strikes me then is that during the consultation of Jeff, we made very quickly like a profile of Jeff, right? Did not happen with me. And my hypothesis is that this might be due to the fact that I told something about it, that the practice does this. The practice, that is my analysis, can sometimes very quickly make an analysis of someone, right? And to turn anyone in anything. And maybe that's my hypothesis. Me saying this made that in my consultation, this did not happen. You see?
Okay. Yeah, it's clear. Let me ask. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Third point, what also is kind of interesting, I have an ache in my back, right? And I know this, that whenever I have an ache in my back, like here, I'm very more easily irritated by whatever happens around me.
Okay.
Because there is pain and I want to project it on something. You see? So maybe this irritation finds even its source in my back.
Okay.
I think this is all quite interesting. I did not accuse the practice, right? I was interested in what is it that does arise irritation inside of me.
Okay. Well, let me ask you because I'm curious, Alex. You don't like labels, right?
I don't know. Why do you think so?
No, just tell me yes or no, just to check. You like labeling people, or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
You like?
Yes. Are you
And
surprised?
yeah, I was surprised. Yes.
Why?
And you like to be labeled as well?
No.
Okay. Do you see a problem here or no?
No.
So you like labeling people, others,
Yes,
but
yes.
you don't like to be labeled from
No.
others. Okay, so you see a connection with why the practice could irritated you or no?
No.
No, let's ask the group. Nobody sees the problem here with the practice. Let's say there is a person who likes labeling other people but don't like to be labeled. Yeah. Do you see a problem with the practice that this guy could have? Safe?
So what I understand is that like Alex likes to label people, but do not like to be labeled himself, which
But
is actually the same point Alex was I it's the same thing Alex was pointing to in his question. Like what he's saying in his question is basically labeling, turning people into other things. So is that what you're trying to reach, Andrea?
no, I was trying to think the link between his that the idea that he doesn't like to be labeled and his irritation towards the practice.
Ah, okay, I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, the link is that like uh, his irritation with the practice stems from being from not wanting to be labeled.
Say
Is
again?
that his irritation from the practice, it comes from not wanting to be labeled. But
Okay.
Alex points to the issue of labeling in general.
Okay, let's check. Alex, do you think safe is right or no?
Yeah, I think so.
So
Can I say some?
yeah,
Can I
one
say
sec.
some?
Yeah, 1 sec, safe. You can explain a bit your irritation with the practice?
Yes, I oh, oh, um, I like the concept of labeling that you introduced. It makes it easier to talk. I think you can label anyone into anything. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because I have
Yeah,
everything in
yeah.
me, right? I'm a good man, I'm a bad man, I'm a lazy man, I'm a procrastinator, I'm a sexual pervert, I'm a psychopath, I'm everything. I have everything inside me.
Yeah.
And so you can label me into anything you want,
Yeah.
right? And the good thing in the practice, I forgot that, and now I remember, is that as soon as I realize that, there comes this freedom
Yes,
because I'm
exactly.
free of all these labels.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to tell you, Alex, because usually humans, I don't know if you notice, but humans have a problem with labels because they tend to absolutize the labels.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? But we don't do in the practice.
I forgot.
Labels are just instrument in order to think. And once we use the label, then we throw it away. Yeah. And that is, let's say, more lighter, you see. But
Separate.
usually people tend to
Yeah.
overload labels. Can be a problem. If you overload labels, the problem is not the label itself, is that the absolutization of the label. Yeah. So maybe that
I,
can, yeah, go on.
I remember the irritation, but I forgot the liberation.
Okay. So it remains just the irritation, basically.
Yeah, only yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
as
good.
we said.
And I have so
Okay, I suggested we do a little short comment each in order to conclude. Saif was trying to say something, and then Isabella, Peter, and Jeff, and
Okay,
then we conclude. Yeah.
okay. And that I wanted to propose a question for Alex, which is what happened to conceptualize the behavior that he spots into one word. This is one thing. The second thing, I want to introduce another concept, which is marginalization as opposed to labeling. So there's a thin line between them. To marginalize someone and to label someone. Labeling is freeing, marginalizing is like like
Is that discrimination, you mean?
yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, even if judgment is a form of discrimination, but just in order to differentiate this stuff. We don't discriminate in the idea of social discrimination. We discriminate in an intellectual way. Yeah, we differentiate stuff. Okay, but so the first question you had a question for Alex, right? Safe.
No, the question was in the consultation to conceptualize the behavior or to
Okay.
conceptualize in the
Okay.
consultation. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, good.
Behavior means safe.
Hmm?
My behavior or
Oh, to conceptualize the the thing that you see in the practice that's happening, the activity. Yeah.
Okay. Isabella, thank you, Safe.
So thank you, Alex, for posing the question because it resonates quite well with my own thinking about the practice. And I'm realizing now that it's I think it was good that you said, the labeling. Now I forgot the liberation of the labeling. And this is something that I haven't experienced yet. And I think that's a good one because it helps me see also the labeling in a different way. Yeah, for me it's something I thought it was something absolute, but and then well, I don't want to get labeled as well, right? But if it's something that could be freeing, then it makes a completely different situation.
Yeah, in a way, Isabella, I would suggest you use the labels, but don't believe in labels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
believe
Yeah.
in labels, of course, they become heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
why you got a bit stuck in the consultation to Alex because you had the same
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And as a conclusion, Jeff, you want to add something?
Yeah, I'm thinking in philosophical consultation, maybe have two types, mainly two types. One is find a causation, and another is to find other types of a concept. I think it's my observations about
So I don't know if I
the
got the causes and concepts.
cause and the type.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, for example, in Alex practice, we lastly find a causation about the irritation.
Yeah.
Another one in the word, we figure out a concept like procrastination. What type of procrastination, in what situations procrastination, and then we can analytic it. Like, for example, we have a large kind of rationality, and then we analytic which kind you refer to.
Okay. You're posing a question now.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just
Okay. Now I don't think we have time, but let's propose me to you this idea that in a consultation there are different paths you can follow. Yeah. There is not just one right question and all the other are wrong question. You can go to the concrete level if you see that the client is more abstract. You can go to the abstract if you see that the client is more on the concrete level. So in a way, you play like in tennis. It depends where the balls comes to your in which part of your pitch it comes, and then you try to throw it back. That there is not a strategy. Let's say there are many strategies, but there is not a key strategy. Yeah, you just play the game, and then you see what happens. Yeah. Otherwise, it would be even less fun if you already decide before how to play. Yeah. you decide how to play during the game, basically. Yeah. I don't know if helps you to answer this question. Okay. And Peter, you have the honor to conclude this meeting with your comment.
Yeah, for me, not only ignorance is the starting point of thinking, but also irritation is the starting point of thinking. And I think also the irritation is always from inside, because we had this also in one comment. I don't know exactly, because then we have the two perspectives. Is it more circumstantial thinking, or is it ontological thinking?
Okay. And let me add, Peter, that I think Alex gave a good example that every time we have an irritation, we have also an opportunity to learn something about ourselves. But
Yeah.
we need to take a bit of distance from that irritation, because if we remain in that feeling, we are not going to learn anything.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
react. Yeah.
Mhm.
But if we are able, like in the consultation, to take a bit of distance, to look at ourselves from outside, then we have the opportunity to learn something. And that's the idea of thinking. Yeah. We can think about our emotions. Yeah. But the first condition is to take distance from that. Otherwise, it's possible. Yeah.
We showed this in the last 2 hours.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay, so thank you everybody, and you can get the recording if you want to see it again from outside, and especially Alex, if you want to see your irritation from outside, you can get the recording. And I don't know, I see you sometime in the future, and have a good night.
Thank you. Bye, Andrea.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.